timelines and what to expect as a buyer when entering into an escrow. You have your escrow period, which is typically negotiated through your purchase contract. It's most likely either 30 days or 45 days.
We like to say when you're in a real estate transaction that your close of escrow date is much like a pregnancy due date. You're going to get a date, and just like in a pregnancy, you may close on your date, but you may close a couple days early, you may close a couple days late. It all depends on multiple steps through the transaction.
Now, moving forward, you enter into escrow. You have, again, depending on how you negotiated in your purchase contract, a contingency period that allows you for your appraisals, your loan, your home inspections, disclosure period, to find out anything that you need to find out about the property to make sure it's the right home for you and your family.
Typically, this contingency period is standard 17 days. And again, like she said, it could be negotiated down, it could be negotiated longer. It's pretty standard practice to have a 17-day contingency period.
And that's 17 days right after acceptance. So whoever has the last signature, if it's the buyer that's accepting the seller's counter or the seller's accepting the buyer's offer, the 17 days starts after that acceptance.
So now we have to start lining up. The home inspection would be first, so hopefully within the first couple of days you can get the home inspector in and make sure that the house is in the condition that you expect to purchase it in.
And then you have your appraisal. The lender will order the appraisal. They'll come out and make sure the property is valued at the price you're offering.
Next, the main one would be loan contingency, and that would be getting approval from the lender that you have loan approval and we're comfortable removing that contingency as well.
And it's really important that you keep in mind as a buyer that time is of the essence. So any documents that you receive from escrow, the lender, or us, it's really important that you respond to them immediately and take action when you receive these documents. If you have any questions, always feel free to give us a call, but time is definitely of the essence to make sure we hit all these timelines. Now, once we remove our contingency period, we're basically saying that we are satisfied with the property appraises for its value, we are able to obtain our loan, and we accept all the conditions of the home and anything that was found in the home inspection.
Now we're all in. This is kind of the point of no return as far as your earnest money deposit is now on the line if you were to back out of the transaction.
So next up, we're waiting for the lender to get us loan docs. And the loan docs is really the final process in making sure that this is what's going to get you to fund and then record.
And there is a day or two, at the end there, when docs come, you usually need an extra day for it to fund, and then you need an extra day for it to actually record, where the title rep is going down to the county recorder's office and actually finally transferring the name on the title of the home from the previous seller to your name, the buyer.
So again, depending on the lender that you've chosen to use, the process is going to be different in every scenario. So some lenders require a 72-hour funding process. So you may sign loan docs and 72 hours later be able to fund the loan. And some lenders can fund the loan the day after you sign loan docs, if not sometimes on a special the same day. After the loan funds, the next day you'll be set up for recording as long as the funding happened and early enough in the day.
And the final part of this would then be you taking possession. Again, this goes back to your initial contract and how it was negotiated as far as close of escrow. You take possession that day. Is it close of escrow plus 1 day, close of escrow plus 2 days, depending on what the seller required for them to move and what was, made the perfect sense for you at that time as well.
So possession, one of us will be out at the property and meet you there to hand you over the new keys to your home. And again, it's typically going to be the close of escrow, the day the home records at 5 p.m. You'll be able to receive keys. That's standard. Now, again, depending on each scenario.
So that's timelines when purchasing a home. If you have any questions about this, Cherrie Brown, Zach McReynolds of Cherrie Brown and Zach McReynolds, Real Estate Rockstars.
Bye.
Bye.